help or hurt? Does it help or does it hurt? Or does it hurt? Hey, I'm Ray of Sunshining.
Hi, I'm Ray of Sunshining. I'm delighted that you're here with me today.
Help
Betrayal.
or hurt?
We're going to talk about betrayal.
I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If, as you might know, if you've been here, if you've been here, help or hurt. And here, if you've been here with me before, that the plan is to vibe up. And so this is just a little dissertation on vibing. And so this is just a little dissertation about vibing.
But there's one or two incidences of trauma that really stand out. I'm going to talk about one today that led me to learning, loving, and loving living.
And helping or hurting is a pretty good indicator if you might be on the vibing up path or on the vibing down path.
To being with you right here, right now. The details of my story are entirely different than the details of your story. Different places, different names, different dates, different situations, all entirely different circumstances, different situations, but the essence is identical.
Now, if I was to suggest that all the sunflowers on the planet,
difficulty, struggle, being at a point where there's not even so much as heartache, a pinpoint of light, struggle at the end of the tunnel,
come together, hand in hand,
and nothing to hold on to other than a sliver of hope. And there were days where I wondered where that was. So you know what I'm talking about, right? My struggle, and there were days where I wondered where that was too. Struggle. So you know what trauma involves a false conviction.
For example, the energy of love. The energy of love is high vibe. So if I'm determining, I wonder if love would contribute to this situation. I wonder if love would help or hurt. Does it help? Does it hurt? The reason that you're here with me right now is because you can relate. You can relate to those hurtful vibes, right? Because you went through it. Excuse me. I'm Ray of Sunshining. I'm delighted. Excuse me. Serious. You went through the tough times. You went through the difficulty, the suffering. You went through the heartache, the pain, the disappointment, the backstabbing. I'm Ray of Sunshining. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I'm Ray of Sunshining. What matters is happiness. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. You went through times where you lost hope. But as humans, we regenerate. We regroup. We rise up, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, because we are resilient. And we are the creators of our destiny. Created and the creators.
Unnormal. Hi, I'm Ray of Sunshine. I'm unnormal.
It's a very simple system. Does this help? Does this feel good? Or does this hurt? Does it feel sucky?
And I'm excited that you're here with me today. I hope you keep popping in every once in a while.
I need you to know,
to stay in touch,
that I'm serious. Imagine, excuse me, and I talk about that in so many of my earlier videos. There's no such thing as too much happiness. And there's a transition that happens between every one of the segments.
And I try lots of different things.
Because what's going to happen? If you keep vibing up, that guy's kind of out there. Imagine if you believed that we could all come together on the same page, all the sunflowers on the planet, hand in hand, to create the world of our dreams. That guy's kind of out there.
That's what I'll discover.
Maybe you're not feeling enthusiastic or optimistic. Maybe you're not feeling love. Maybe you don't feel like there's brightness on our horizon.
If you go back to some of my earlier videos, and you'll see the progression.
You'll have to excuse me of the presentation. So that's...
Wait a minute.
Oh, I knew this was going to happen. Wait a minute.
I better get over there quick.
There's no such thing as happy.
Do this recording. The sun's going to be coming over the trees, and that's happen. See, that's what happened. Hey, speaking of light, does somebody have the bright idea of sending you this video? And well, there's enough illumination for everyone. Oops.
Excuse me, please.
The reason that happened is because
I made it happen. Yo,
let's make happy happen.
Probably. I said, I better start recording, otherwise that sun's going to come over the trees. And it's going to create a glare. Oh, wait a minute. And the recording's not going to work out. Well, you saw what happened, right? But if you see love as a high vibration, and if you see your mission in life as vibing up, where do you think you're ultimately going to end up? That's going to make a big difference. What I need, I'm serious. So activities such as watching the news. Well, does it help? Does it help? Does it help? Excuse me. Does it help or does it hurt? The way I see
Create you. If you like the idea here that we're all coming together hand in hand,
is for people to figure out.
But none of them are real long. None of them are longer than a half hour. Around the globe. You might be saying, well, I'm not really ready to share it with all the people on my contact list. But I do know I can think of these few people that I think might really like this.
Have it.
And because
if it causes us to focus on the status quo,
we don't believe it. And the way that we can come to believe it is one believer at a time.
That's how that works. So that you can find the uniqueness of you. It's playtime. It's playtime. It's a simple question that I ask myself. What matters?
Transitioning from the old world to the new world.
Focus on what is. Focus on devastation, on fear, devastation. Focus on hatred. Focus on hatred. That hurts. There's no such thing as too much happy. So, if what we're focusing on hurts, it's not contributing toward happy.
When you look at it that way, it's easier to choose to focus on something different.
I have lots of suggestions in many of my videos. That's one of the reasons why you might want to go take a look at some of those. Excuse me?
And that's why
if it helps, it's probably leaning more toward happy. Get it? Me?
And that's why I'm learning loving. And that's why I'm glad that and loving living. Glad that you joined me here today.
Excuse me? It's our time to blossom. I get inspired. It's our time to shine, to share a message. That's what my whole program is about. Inspiration. So welcome. It's our time to vibe up. Hope you stick your head in once in a while. It's. Oh, hold on. Vibe up. Vibe up. Playtime. So, really, it's playtime. The idea. Hey, listen, if you're ever having a not so great day, come see Ray of Sunshine and we'll vibe up. Behind this presentation is to illustrate, we'll vibe up diversity. Create, to personify different. Because feeling happy, different. You better than feeling crappy. Excuse me. Vibe up. Vibe around us. Vibe up. There's different inside of us emerging. Vibe up. Emerging to the uniqueness of you. To show a progression. And the progression doesn't indicate going backwards, right? Progression means moving forward, elevating, rising.
And you can't. And you can do yours by sharing this video.
I'm serious.
It's playtime.
I'm serious.
I'm here to talk about.
There's a whole array of rays of sunshine in my whole video presentation. And they're there for a reason. They're there to take a look at vibe up. Vibe up. Vibe up.
Surviving the struggle and healing the hurt. And wounds like that go so deep that they last a long time. And it takes a long time to heal. And so I want to tell you about transforming pain into gain.
Hey, there's a rat close by. Did you see it?
And you can't have too much fun. There's no such thing as too much happiness.
Not serious. So, when I talk about us all coming together on the same page,
you can shake the world.
Hey, did somebody send you this video on a silver platter? Think about that. Hey. But anyway, I give you a tour of my whole sanctuary over there.
discovering the uniqueness of you.
Hey,
Being shown in the movie outside of the Emerald City is...
Think about that. Somebody send you this video on a silver platter?
Plagued with homelessness, hunger, and despair.
Think about that. Oh, here it comes. Oh, there it is. Watch. Well, you know, it used to look like a rat. Anyway, you probably, maybe at one time or another, you had a rat in your life, and it probably didn't help. At the time, it probably hurt. So,
the thing about the Emerald City is that the goings on outside of Emerald City are conditions that people somehow think are just the way it is.
So that means you're going to do your part. You're going to do your share too.
Homelessness, there's hunger in the world, and we'll do our part. Especially, you know, like Christmas will come along and we'll give somebody a meal and that sort of thing. Unnormal is the new normal.
And so I talk about that a lot. Letting go of the past. It's time to move on. It's time to vibe up.
And that's what I want to show in my whole video presentation.
It's playtime.
Unnormal. Doesn't really amount to too much. But, you know, we don't really feel that
share this video.
We can really do anything substantial to make that change. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. I want to talk more about creating the world of our dreams. The new world.
The rat has served its purpose. It's time to grow from it. Time to learn from it. Time to
if you're returning,
discover the uniqueness of you.
Glad to see you. You're new here, glad to see you, and hope to see you again. Maybe somebody sent this video to you, and all I'm going to say about that is... We're going to talk... Hey, did somebody send you this video on a silver platter?
Excuse me.
Well, now it's your turn to silver platter somebody else.
And that's the point of my whole video presentation. And the reason you're here. So all of that
it all culminates in the process of discovering the uniqueness of you. It's all part of the recipe.
Here is for you to discover how you deal with discovering different. Because there's a lot of different happening in our world, in our soul. Part of the plan, part of our path. Part of our evolutionary process to vibe up.
The format switches periodically, so I kind of I work on the ABC, and I have my A section, my B section, all the way up to we're in the L's right now, in the middle of the L's. So the L's are going to start off with some of the format of the previous section, and it's going to develop into a different format, and it's going to change into a new format when it gets into the next section. It's all to show a progression.
Excuse me.
Illustrates that. If you're with me, or at whatever point that you figure out that you're with me, the way to show that is to share this video. Send it to some character who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to discover different.
Stick it out to the end. I'm pretty sure you'll be glad you did. It's playtime. You'll be glad. And then I'll see you here again, and again, and again. Excuse me.
Who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to discover different if it weren't for your willingness. So I hope you continue on this journey with me. I presented the concept of shaking the world, of eliminating homelessness, eliminating hunger on this planet. But together, all of us sunflowers together, will make this thing click. You know why it's important for me to be an elevator? Because the best thing you can do right now, benefit this entire collective on this entire planet, is to elevate. Get it? Create you. You know, I've been thinking, maybe this whole video series is like over your head. Share kindness. And could be way over your head. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. And share this video. You won't be able to get it past your heart, because that's what it's here for.
Create you.
Hey, does somebody hand you this on a silver platter? That's the idea. It's our time to expand, to love you. Time to shine. That's the idea. I'm the vibe raiser.
It's playtime.
And what you're doing here is getting your vibes
Create you.